Hello everyone, hello, this is your very own Buddy Black reporting. I'm back playing some more Minecraft because my repertoire isn't the most lengthy list that I have in my possession. But as you can see, I've done a little bit of reorganizing and like adding to stash. I started venturing further underground and collecting a lot of things. And yeah, I got some diamond and I already made a diamond pickaxe. The pickaxe, and got some obsidian, so I'm thinking about making an end portal soon. Not an end portal, but another portal. Not sure why. But in order to find a stronghold, you know, to get to the end, I'd have to get some Enderman eyes, and then get some blaze rods, and then make eyes of enders, and that's always really fun because I love blazes. They're so much fun to deal with. But yeah, I've been expanding little by little this teeny tiny village that I found. You know, I increased their crop output. Not that they even need it anyways, because I think they pretty much just feed off the energy of the universe at this point. And yeah, made a couple houses. These are all, I guess, for lack of a better word, kosher, I think, or organic, I guess, organically made houses and stuff. Yeah, so I got those 3 little huts, which took like forever to make, and then I got those couple of andesite houses over there, and then I made a legit L-shaped villager house over here, which took like 1,000 years to make. You can see it looks pretty legit. But once again, I got all the resources myself, grew the trees. Not really myself, but I planted them at least. So you can see that it's pretty wholesome, you know? Just a little contact with nature here. So just to show that it's, you know, up to par with good things. So I'm actually going to trim this because it's kind of obstructive. And right here too. That way if I need to, I could just jump up and be like, yay. You know, ease of access is what I'm all about. So yeah, I got this little place right here. I should probably put some gravel at this little spot just to signify where the entrance is, because sometimes you can get a little turned around. But I started working more towards what is that? The northeastern part of this little village, but I haven't really worked on the southwest part. You know, it's just mostly just trees and this church right here. This is pretty much where it all cuts off, but you can probably see why it would do that. And they got the cliffside over there that kind of appears when I'm not looking at it. So it's kind of like a boo from Nintendo stuff. Many sheep. Now, I don't remember if this was on my Xbox version or in this version, because I have been on this world for quite some time now, you know, just meandering, mostly underground, you know, with the lava and all that good stuff. But I pretty much squared off a lot of these little ponds out here. I think it got as far as like over this hillside or whatever this is, you know, in Minecraft terms. It's not really a hill, but it's like a hill anyways, so yeah, I got a couple of them over here, and then I got one over there, and then I think I saw one over there. There are many more in that direction, but I'm already over here. I don't really feel like traversing and spending more time doing that. Oh, I have not touched this one. So you get to see me in action. Like, that's any fun, you know? Seeing me square off a little pond to make it more visually appealing, to my eye at least. I know there are a lot of people out there that don't really care about the structure or the shape of certain naturally generated things, but I like them kind of squared off because Minecraft is a square game to begin with, so why not make everything square? Like, especially when I'm down underground and all that stuff, and there's like cobblestone just jutting out in the ceiling all willy-nilly, it bugs me. So I gotta like, quote-unquote, clean it up. That's the best way I can describe it, but it's true. I gotta clean it up. It's gotta look nice and it's gotta look spiffy. So I'm just gonna clean this up, and then so I think that'll be the end of that. But yeah, I was looking up some information about the beets, or the beetroots, or whatever they're called, and you can apparently make a soup out of them. And I know that's kind of like a testament to real life, because you can make soups out of beets or whatever. But I thought it was pretty interesting. Like, the only time I ever really encountered a beet was probably at Jamba Juice. You know, like, I ordered a drink that had beets in it, and I thought, hey, new experience and all that good stuff, and I have a little bit of money on me. This was probably like 2 years ago, so me having money on hand was probably a miracle. But anyways, I tried this beet juice drink thing. Not really my type. Not really my, $4 cup of juice, I could say. Because I just did. But yeah, If you like beets, good on you. And I hear they're really healthy for you with, or am I thinking of blueberries with antioxidants? I don't even know. Just plant things that you can ingest for your health benefits and all that good stuff. But not homeopathy, because I hear that's a sham. But that's like a can of worms that I don't really delve into. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Friggin'. So I didn't really get much farther in Dragon Age than those 6 hours I played, you know, just binging on it. But I've been thinking about playing Dragon Age. Like, I literally was going to play a little bit this morning. But when I reached for the television remote and I pressed the power button, the TV didn't turn on. So I was like, well, it looks like I'm not playing Dragon Age after all. Because I didn't feel like getting up and walking the 3 feet to actually, like, caress the little power button. Because it's one of those power buttons that's kind of, like, motion activated. Not motion activated, but you, like, press it and it kind of senses your finger, I guess. So it's one of those kinds of things. I'm just like, nope, not having it. So I accidentally punched a couple of sunflowers out of existence. In my old Hitalia days, I would have been like, oh no, Russia's gonna kill me. But, nope. So, freaking, man, I haven't seen, like, Hitalia in so long. Like, I actually have the first 2 volumes of the manga or whatever. But I don't know where they are. And I don't know where I placed them since I moved and everything. I just packed everything up and, like, put them in boxes. And then I put them in a garage. So I know they're somewhere in a garage. I just don't know where. Or if they're even still in there. They're probably, like, in an imaginary cellar. Because where I live, nobody has basements where I live. So that'd be very, very unlikely. Very creepy if someone did happen to have a basement. Probably in one of the older buildings. But, no, now that I'm thinking about it, no. Basements weren't really a thing. I don't even know what kind of tangent I'm going on right now, but, yeah. Yeah, Hitalia. Makes you think about basements. So, yeah, I got this whole thing squared off, but I kind of want to clean up the edges, too, you know, just a little bit of finesse. And I saw that grass block just turn, so I feel a little bit bad, you know, punching it out of existence and turning into, like, a miniature version of itself from, like, a USB to a micro USB sort of thing. But not really, because that's something entirely different, but whatever. I work in an electronics store. I'm gonna mention things that I deal with on a daily basis. Not really a daily basis, but frequently. Very, very frequently. A little too frequently. Okay, so this is as good as I'm gonna get it. So that's all I got for now. In terms of, you know, messing with the environment and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go a little, like, exploring for a bit. And yeah, I already scored this off. Oh wait, I already passed by this, so of course I scored it off because I remember that exact fern plant. So I think I was, like, talking about something earlier, but now I forgot what it was. But yeah, it's the story of my life. Start on a tangent and then derail and then go into another tangent. And there's just a spiral of tangents and good stuff. So what kind of biome are we in? We are in a... frick. I can never find what I'm looking for. But you can see the specs of my laptop, so that's not too bad. Debug pie. Okay, that's cool. Oh, roofed forest. Oh no, did you see that? Got some free food out of it though. Sweet. So freaking, I was looking into some emulators earlier, you know, and all that good stuff, and I saw that there was an emulator for War of the Monsters, and if I hadn't mentioned it before, War of the Monsters was one of my all-time favorite early PS2 games that came out, like, early 2000s, I believe. All I remember is that I was a really, like, little kid when I was first introduced to it, and I was at one of my aunt's relatives' houses. I don't think they were really related to me. They were probably related on my uncle's side, who is only related to me by law. I don't even remember. But anyways, like, I was at their house being babysat and all that good stuff. And one of them had a PS2, the fat ones. And he had War of the Monsters and he showed it to me. And I think I was about 7 or so at the time. But I remember being blown away by this game. Like, whoa, you get to play as these giant monsters and, like, fight each other. But it wasn't like a traditional fighting game, you know, like the side view, like, shimmy shammying everywhere, but like a 3D somewhat open world. Not really open world because they're, like, in set arenas and all that stuff, but it was really cool at the time and I was just mind blown. Absolutely loved it. So I remember I snuck into his room and I turned on his PS2 and he came in, like, right at the moment, and walked in on me just holding the PS2 controller in my hands. He was like, oh my god, like, don't turn on my PS2 without my permission. Like, it's okay this time. Just don't do it. Just don't ever do it again. And I was like, okay. And I just played monster games. So yeah, but I found a ROM for it and I was really tempted to like download it and just give it a whirl. But then I remember my computer isn't really the best suited for those kinds of things. So I looked into the comments to see, if anybody had left an example of what it would look like. And luckily they did, like the generous people that they are. And I was watching this person's playthrough and it was like an HD 60 frames per second type deal. But then they put their specifications and they had, I think, 16 gigabytes of RAM. And I looked at my computer and it has like, 8? And their computer was like at 3.3 gigahertz or whatever. Mine's like at 2.2 something. I don't even know. You can see it right there for yourself. Well, if it'll show again. It doesn't show. But anyways, yeah. So I have that going on. So I just wish I could afford a better gaming computer so I could play all the nice games without destroying everything I know and love, So that'd be pretty cool. And I'm just kind of wandering around. But I want to check out that cave over here. So be right back. Okay, I lied. It's not really a cave, but it's more of a cavern with a cave system. There's always like more to these things. There's always like a little catch with every like good business deal that you might stumble upon, And I'm just a naturally very anxious person, I gotta know everything about everything. And if something goes wrong, like the whole system is botched and I gotta throw everything down the toilet and set everything on fire and never show my face in public again. So, yeah. So I got that going on, but there's a little drop over there, so I'm not gonna fall into that. So I think I'm just gonna head back and then just call it a night. Yeah. But yeah, I closed last night and a person was talking about like wonton soup and it made me hungry, but they were apparently making an innuendo, which I didn't understand, but it still made me want like wonton soup, because that stuff is delicious, man. The little dumplings and all that good stuff, especially the porks. The porks, they're so nice. I'm just hungry in general. I've been wanting a chirashi bowl for a while now, because I had one about a couple weeks back. It was so good. It was a little pricey, but it was really, really good, and I loved it. I don't know, there's something about sushi that I just really, really love, especially the well-made sushi. But I remember once I made the mistake of getting friggin', what was it, buffet sushi? It was the worst experience of my life. Not that it made me sick, but the taste and the texture was just so off that I just wanted to like commit self-immolation right then and there. But not really, because I'm not that kind of person. So I'm just gonna put that down. Just gotta do things. Got places to be. Appointments to go. There's children screaming outside, so it's prime time for some good old-fashioned recording. Very, very nice. I already got some baked potatoes because I also learned that you can make rabbit stew, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to show you real quick, using some other things. So you get a potato, right? And you get a mushroom of either variety, it's not really picky, but freaking pretend this is a bowl. So you get your rabbit and you put it here, and then you get a potato and a mushroom, and I forget what else you put in the middle. But as long as you have a bowl at the bottom, you should get rabbit stew. So that's pretty much it. And I hope this was very, very instructional and helpful and all that good stuff, because I'm the best at explaining things. So no idea why I got this seed, so I'm going to throw it into the well of waste. The well of waste. W-O-W, the wow. Nice. Alright, so I got cooked mutton, which I believe is lamb. Not lamb per se, but freaking sheep. So I'm going to throw it into the food chest. See, I got a couple of beetroots here, but actually, let me make a bowl real quick. I think that requires 3, so kind of like a bucket. Yeah. Except in the case of a bowl, you get 4 out of it instead of just 1 bucket. So yeah, I'm gonna show you something real cool. Really, really cool. It's gonna blow your mind. Now you only need up to 6 because that's like pretty much the bare minimum for these kinds of things. So you get the bowl and you put it at the very bottom in the middle, right? And you do some weird star formation and boom, beetroot soup. And I think this fills up probably like 4 hunger spots, because each spot, is like 2 in each one. So I don't know. I remember reading up on the hunger thing because I saw saturation and I thought, what's saturation? Didn't really explain it. very well because it kind of went into like specks and all that stuff. I'm just like, I don't understand. So yeah, there's that. So don't really have much going on. I mean, I could show you everything that's going on underground, but that doesn't seem very exciting, you know, in retrospect. But I think I'm going to do that anyway. So I'm just going to see if I could put down some of this sand. I don't really need all this sand, but you know, sometimes you never really know when you need sand. So I'm just going to take the dirt with me instead. Always got to close the door behind you because it's polite. You know, I wasn't the first occupant in this place, which reminds me, I haven't seen the blacksmith or like the weapons forger or whatever in like ages. I've only ever seen like clerics and friggin' butchers and all that good stuff. But I haven't seen the blacksmith, you know, in ancient words that have been spoken at some point. Where's the blacksmith? One may never know. So yeah, I got that little cool walkway coming down, and there's this big old lava pit, and you can see I already started. That's where I was farming all my obsidian, you know, with all that good stuff. So I don't know if I already went over there, but I'm gonna go over here. So I've been working on just carving out this path, you know, just get over here. And there was some coal right there, which is why there's a hole. So yeah, I have this little thing where I make a little barrier so I don't accidentally fall into the lava, because it's kind of like the farthest you can go. So yeah, I started carving this way and put some glass for good measure, carved into the ground instead of just leaving a barrier up top, because I'm cool. There's just a little out carving right there. This took probably like 7 separate pickaxes. There's a walkway up here that I just started going into a lot, and there's a little pool of lava. I didn't really find any diamond over this way. I think I found like 1, but yeah, it's just no biggie, you know, lots of gravel. There's another lava pool over here, and this is pretty much as far as it goes. So yeah, I'm gonna head back up, show you the other way, just continue on the good path to a better tomorrow. And yeah, I was actually watching one of Cry's videos where he was playing the game about like the game developers and all that stuff with the demos and the treachery and the betrayal and all that weird stuff. I don't really understand it myself, but the mechanics are pretty sound, you know? The whole idea of you as a player, you know, somehow hacking into the system and being aided by an in-game character that's been holed away for like so many years and all that stuff. So it's really, really cool idea. I already forget what it's called because I didn't really catch it. Like, it's right there, you know? So yeah, I just started working on the lava, and unfortunately the lava is pretty deep, so maybe if I like carve into there, you'll see like another little bit of lava, but I'm done harvesting obsidian for now, so I'm gonna head up top again because that's pretty much all I got down here. So not very exciting at first glance, but I did get a lot of diamond out of it, like 20 or so pieces, you know, including the 3 that went into this. I think I still have like, actually no, I think I had 18 total in one single sweep. So yeah, I still have to make like a ton of iron pickaxes every now and then because this place just eats it up. But then I'm probably gonna have to like make probably like a weapons arsenal full of pickaxes when I go into the nether. But then again, I don't need to go into the nether because usually the regular survival, you kind of do have to go into the nether in order to get the blaze rods and then combine them with the Eye of Enders and all that good stuff to get to the stronghold in order to defeat the dragon in the end. And I know they added some really nice stuff in the end, like chorus plants or something. You can get like fruit out of it, but you can't plant the plant anywhere else. So whatever you destroy is what you get, and I don't think you can replant it. I don't know, there's just so many like new additions and all that stuff, which reminds me that the same coworker that told me about all the cool updates in Minecraft is also part of like a LARPing group up here. But I'm not much of a LARPer myself. Like, I've been to a couple Ren fairs. Actually, I've only ever been to one Renaissance fair, but I've been to it 3 times. So it's probably like a super small glimpse of, you know, what's probably available out there. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. You know, I have a couple of connections to see the broader spectrum of the world. So I don't know, good thing. So as informational as this episode might have been, you know, in terms of soup and all that good stuff, I hope you have a good day. If it isn't a good day, treat yourself to some. And until we meet again next time, I really hope you do. Bye.